Greetings dear friends, Dragon here once again. If it's your first time stumbling onto my tiny little corner of the East Asian physical media related YouTube channels, or YouTube if you prefer, then do please consider clicking that red button and subscribing if you like what I do. Okay, so yesterday saw 88 Films making a pretty incredible announcement. They said they're going to be bringing out a box set that collates together the first 4 in the Line of Duty movies. This is going to be coming as a US only exclusive. Eureka Films are handling the release of these movies individually in the UK, but we'll get to more of that later. But the announcement that 88 put out included their incredible cover art, and that's mostly what I wanted to share with you today. It's all been created by the wonderful Sean Longmore, who I am a huge fan of, so kind of wanted to take a little bit of time, look at the covers that he's made for each movie, and very quickly summarise the films that are in the set and the running order that 88's chosen to go with, because it seems to have caused quite a bit of confusion. I've certainly been sent quite a few messages over the last 24 hours of people kind of wondering what the films are and why they're in the order they are, and that sort of good stuff. So the first film in the set, as far as 88 has numbered them, is Royal Warriors from 1986. I think they've gone with this running order because this kind of mirrors the way that they were numbered and named when they came out in the UK. So the original UK release on VHS was titled as Police Assassins, and Yes Madam, although it was made earlier, was originally released in the UK as Police Assassins 2 on VHS. So pretty sure that's why 88 have chosen to kind of go with this numbering system. So Royal Warriors is first up for them. Made in 1986, directed by David Chung and starring Michelle Yeoh and Haruki Sanada. Pretty incredible movie. Not quite as good as part 2 in the series, or part 2 in this box set. Yes Madam from 1985, directed by Corey Young, which was released in the UK as Police Assassins 2 on VHS, but then later as just Police Assassins on Hong Kong Legends DVD. Again starring Michelle Yeoh, and this time around joined by Cynthia Rothrock. Incredible movie. If you like righting wrongs, you will absolutely love Yes Madam, same director. But in some ways, the action is much more dialed up in Yes Madam. It's a pretty incredible movie. A little small cameo by Sammo Hung because it was produced by his company. Just all around a fantastic slice of action movie. If you're only going to pick one movie from this whole box set to get, then I would recommend that you look at Yes Madam. And that's certainly getting its own standalone release from Eureka in the UK. Taking us on to part 3 in the Line of Duty part 3. It's worth pointing out at this stage that the first 2, Royal Warriors and Yes Madam, were not originally released as in the Line of Duty films. They were kind of retroactively retitled that way after the success of the other ones to kind of pull them into line with the franchise. But they're all quite different. The films don't really kind of run in any sort of consecutive order, so you can jump in as at part 3 or part 4 without really missing it too much. So in the Line of Duty part 3, aka Force of the Dragon, directed by Arthur Wong and Brandy Yoon, and this time round starring Cynthia Khan, taking over from Michelle Yeoh, and joined by Harushi Fujioka and Michiko Nishiwaki, who you might recognise from the My Lucky Stars franchise. Again, pretty great action movie, and followed by part 4 in 1989, this time round directed by Yuen Woo Ping, and starring Donnie Yen, this time joining Cynthia Khan again, and Michael Wong. And this is very much in line with the Tiger Cage series of movies. If you enjoyed Donnie Yen in the Tiger Cage films, you will love In the Line of Duty Part 4. And that's pretty much all we know as far as the 88 details so far. They haven't said what the special features are going to be. We know it's coming in the first quarter of 2023. But no exact release date and no pre-orders have gone live so far. A few people have asked where the best place to get these movies from if you're in the UK. I would recommend first and foremost probably Amazon.com. They'll certainly be the cheapest in terms of shipping costs, but you could also look at Diabolic DVD and Orbit DVD. Once the pre-orders for the release goes live, I'll do another update and kind of try and recommend where's going to be the most cost-effective place to pick them up. And they are, as I said, going to be available as standalone individual titles in the UK from Eureka. They already have the pre-orders up for Yes Madam and have announced the special features for that, which look pretty loaded. Don't know how the extras on the 88 set will compare, but we know they'll have very different art. There'll be a different cover artist. I suspect probably Darren Wheeling. He's recently teased out a tiny little sliver of his art for Royal Warriors, so I suspect it'll be him that's doing all 4 of the movies in due course. The insanely talented Sean Longmore has previously worked quite a bit with 88 Films and has a load more work forthcoming. So he's already done The Seventh Curse and Tiger Cage 1 to 3 for the label. He's going to be doing the upcoming Dragons Forever. He's doing the release of Gorgeous, their US release of Super Cop in 4K. He's just done the very recently released Righting Wrongs. He's also doing their upcoming release of Magnificent Warriors and their version of The Iceman Cometh. And stepping aside from Hong Kong movies, he's also done their cover for 7% Solution, which was just pretty recently released as well. So very happy to see that they're working with him more. I still absolutely love Kung Fu Bob, but the way it's kind of working, I think, is that Sean's doing most of the contemporary or the modern set films, And then Kung Fu Bob is sticking to the classic Kung Fu, to the Shaw Brothers titles and the kind of the old Jackie Chan releases, that sort of thing, which is great. It's nice seeing them using two exceptionally talented artists. I recently set up a Patreon, which is going incredibly well. If you've not had a chance to check out the Patreon page, then do please consider doing so. 12 of you have already signed up already, and I'm incredibly grateful for this. One of the benefits across all the tiers is you get a thank you at the end of these videos. So my eternal and incredibly humble thanks go out to Kevin Smith, to Johnny Wheats, to Dustin Lewis, to Owen Jones, to Carlos, to Asian Cinema Guy, to Matthew Miskick, to Big Movie Freak, to Andy T, to Andy Dolloway, to Alistair Dyson, and to very new recruit just joined up yesterday, to Bing Bonglar. What an incredible name. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you all of you for watching this. Stay tuned for more information as we know it, and I will see you on the next one. I've been the Fanatical Dragon. Take care.